My brothers and sisters, listen to me very carefully. The reason you are easily provoked, the reason you are often troubled by what people say, by what people do, by what people think about you, is because you have not yet discovered the power of silence that lives within peace. You have not yet learned how to surrender your heart to the one who owns it. You see, when your heart is not under the control of God's Spirit, any small thing can move you, shake you, disturb you, and turn your day into darkness. We live in a world where offense is everywhere. You can walk out of your house, and before you reach the end of the street, somebody will say something that can hurt you. Someone can betray you, misunderstand you, or insult you, even without knowing you. But I tell you, a child of God who truly walks in the Spirit will not be moved by what people say or do. When your heart is free, you can stand before insult and still smile. You can be misunderstood and still be calm. You can be criticized, rejected, forgotten, and yet remain peaceful. Many people pray for power, for breakthrough, for miracles, but few pray for peace. Yet, what use is power without peace? What use is success if one word from another person can steal your joy? What use is money when anger rules your heart? Anger is not strength, my brethren. Anger is weakness disguised as energy. The devil loves an angry man because he can control him easily. Anger blinds you from reason. It turns your mouth into a sword, your heart into a battlefield, and your home into a war zone. The question is, how can we live in a world full of offense and yet not be offended? How can we walk among people who mock, lie, and betray and still not be bothered? The answer is simple but deep. You must learn to die to yourself. When you die to self, no one can kill your peace. When you die to self, no one can bury your joy. When you are truly dead to yourself, insults become wind. They pass, but they do not stay. People get angry because they are too alive to their feelings, too sensitive to their ego, too connected to their own importance. You want everyone to respect you, everyone to love you, everyone to understand you. But listen, even Jesus was misunderstood. Even Jesus was insulted. Even Jesus was betrayed. If the Son of God himself could stand before his accusers and say nothing, who are you to think you must always reply? Who are you to think you must always explain, defend, or fight? The man who learns silence has learned victory. When you keep quiet in the face of provocation, you are not weak, you are wise. The devil uses anger as bait. He knows that once you react, he can control your direction. He can use your tongue to destroy your peace. But when you stay calm, when you keep your spirit still, you confuse your enemy. He expects you to shout, to argue, to fight. But when you respond with peace, he loses power over you. My people, peace is not the absence of noise. Peace is the presence of God in your heart. You can be surrounded by chaos and still be peaceful. You can live among difficult people and still have joy. You can face disappointment, rejection, and pain, yet remain unbothered. Because peace does not come from the outside. It comes from the inside. It is not something you find. It is something you allow. Many of you are too quick to defend your reputation. You are always trying to prove yourself right. Let me tell you something. When you are right with God, you do not need to be right with people. You can be silent because truth will defend itself. If they lie about you, let them. If they misunderstand you, let them. If they hate you, love them anyway. That is the mark of a man who walks with God. How to never get angry or bothered by anyone. It begins when you stop expecting people to act like God. People will disappoint you. People will misunderstand you. People will offend you. But if you are wise, you will understand that no one has the power to hurt you unless you give them permission. Anger is not caused by what they do. It is caused by how you react. You cannot control people, but you can control your response. When someone insults you, ask yourself, what part of me is reacting? Is it pride? Is it fear? Is it insecurity? Because if you are truly free inside, no insult can touch you. If your heart is anchored in God, no storm can shake you. The problem is not people. The problem is the part of you that still needs to die. Let me tell you, peace is the highest form of strength. It is not achieved through power or position, but through surrender. When you surrender your emotions to God, He gives you divine control. You become untouchable, not because people stop attacking, but because you stop reacting. You become like the sea. Waves may rise, winds may blow, but deep down the ocean remains still. Some of you think if people stop offending you, you will have peace. No. Even if you live alone on a mountain, you will still find something to bother you because the real battle is inside. Peace does not depend on who is around you. It depends on who lives within you. If Christ lives in you, no word, no action, no betrayal can remove your peace. Learn this truth. Your reaction determines your direction. Every time you react in anger, you lose control of your journey. Every time you stay calm, you remain in power. Anger makes you small, peace makes you great. Anger destroys relationships, peace builds them. Anger closes doors, peace opens them. There are people in your life sent by God to test your patience. Yes, some people are not there to bless you. They are there to expose what is inside you. You pray, God, make me peaceful. And He sends someone to insult you. You pray, Lord, help me forgive. And He allows someone to betray you. Because without the test, you will never know the level of your peace. Without the storm, you will never know the depth of your calm. The next time someone provokes you, see it as a test, not a threat. Do not fight it. Face it with silence. Tell yourself, this is my training ground. Because every time you refuse to get angry, you grow in power. Every time you refuse to be bothered, you gain mastery. That is how you develop spiritual maturity. Some of you are wondering, Prophet, how can I stay calm when they lie about me? How can I stay peaceful when they cheat me, insult me, disrespect me? My answer is this: when you know who you are, you don't need to prove it. When you know where you are going, you don't stop to throw stones at barking dogs. You keep walking because your destiny is too important to waste on reaction. A man who gets angry easily is like a city without walls. Anyone can enter and destroy, but a man who guards his peace is like a fortress, protected, strong, and unshakable. If you can master your emotions, you can master your life. If you can master your response, you can master your destiny. Let me tell you, peace is not natural. It is supernatural. That is why you must constantly feed your spirit. Meditate on the word, not on the insult. Pray more than you argue. Forgive faster than you react. And remember, silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. Even a fool is considered wise when he keeps silent. Do not let anyone control the temperature of your heart. When you allow people to make you angry, you give them power over your peace. When you react to every word, you become their prisoner. But when you choose calmness, you take back control. You say, no matter what they say or do, I refuse to lose my peace. That is power. That is maturity. That is victory. Every time you are provoked, you stand at a crossroads. One road leads to anger, the other to peace. One leads to regret, the other to wisdom. The choice is always yours. And I tell you, the more you choose peace, the easier it becomes. It becomes your nature, your lifestyle, your protection. If you look at the life of Jesus, you will see perfect peace under pressure. He was falsely accused, spat upon, mocked, beaten. Yet he never lost control. He said, Father, forgive them. That is not weakness, that is divine power. If you want to live above offense, you must carry the same spirit. The spirit that does not react, the spirit that sees beyond the surface, the spirit that loves regardless. When people hurt you, remember, they are only showing the condition of their heart. Don't let their sickness become your sickness. Don't let their poison enter your peace. When a snake bites you, you don't become a snake. You rise above. You forgive, you release, and you move on. That is how to stay unbothered. Some of you carry old wounds. Someone hurt you long ago, and you are still angry. But hear me, as long as you keep that anger, you keep yourself in bondage. Forgiveness is not for them, it is for you. It frees your soul, clears your heart, and restores your peace. The moment you forgive, the pain loses its power. Learn to see people not as enemies, but as teachers. Every insult teaches you patience. Every betrayal teaches you trust in God. Every rejection teaches you confidence in your purpose. Every disappointment teaches you detachment. You grow not when life is easy, but when life tests your peace. When you live in peace, you begin to see differently. You realize not everything needs a response. Not every comment deserves attention. Not every fight deserves your energy. You begin to choose your battles wisely, and most of the time, you choose not to fight at all. You let God fight for you. People may think you are weak because you don't react. Let them think. The lion does not roar at every barking dog. The eagle does not argue with crows. When you are truly at peace, you don't explain yourself to noise. You stay in your lane and let your peace speak for you. Peace is power in slow motion. It is strength under control. It is victory without shouting. It is dominance without noise. When you live in peace, your presence itself becomes a sermon. People will feel your calmness and learn from it. They will see that no matter what happens, you remain grounded. You want to know how to never get angry or bothered by anyone. Train your heart to love without condition. Train your tongue to be silent when it wants to react. Train your mind to see purpose in every pain. The one who loves cannot be offended easily because love covers offense. The one who forgives quickly cannot be bothered because nothing sticks to a clean heart. In this world, you will meet difficult people. Let them be your training. You will face unfair situations. Let them refine you. You will hear lies about you. Let them strengthen you. Every irritation is an invitation to rise higher. Every offense is an opportunity to practice peace. Don't wait for the world to change before you find peace. Change yourself and you will live in peace even in a storm. Don't wait for people to behave before you are calm. Be calm and you will influence the atmosphere because peace is contagious. When you have it, others feel it. My brothers and sisters, make this your prayer. Lord, teach me to be silent in the face of provocation. Teach me to smile when I am misunderstood. Teach me to bless when I am cursed. Teach me to stand still when the storm is loud. Teach me to keep my peace when the world is restless. When you live like this, you will see nothing can disturb you. People may talk, but their words will not enter your heart. Situations may arise, but your mind will stay calm because you are anchored in something greater, the peace of God that surpasses all understanding. And finally, remember the goal is not to stop people from offending you. The goal is to be so rooted in peace that no offense can find a home in you. When you reach that point, you will walk in freedom. You will talk in wisdom. You will live above the noise. You will truly know what it means to never get angry or bothered by anyone. My brothers and sisters, hear me well. Every time someone offends you, God is giving you a chance to grow. Every time someone disrespects you, misunderstands you, lies about you, or mistreats you, you are standing before a divine classroom. Life will not always give you comfort. Sometimes it gives you lessons dressed as pain. And the wise man does not complain when he is offended. He looks deeper and asks, Lord, what are you teaching me through this? You see, offense is not the enemy. The real enemy is your reaction to it. Offense comes to test the strength of your peace, the depth of your love, the maturity of your spirit. You may say, Prophet, I do not deserve this insult. I have done nothing wrong. But I tell you, even when you are innocent, offense will still come. Even when your intentions are pure, people will still misunderstand you. Because offense is not always about who is right. It is about who is ready to grow. When a child is learning to walk, the floor is not his enemy. The floor is his teacher. He falls, not because the ground hates him, but because he must learn balance. Likewise, people offend you not because they control your destiny, but because God is teaching you balance, the balance between love and ego, patience and pride, silence and reaction. Each offense exposes a part of you that still needs healing. It reveals where you are still vulnerable. Some of you pray for spiritual growth, for a deeper walk with God, but when the test comes in the form of an offense, you fail. You allow anger to rise, bitterness to grow, words to fly, and your peace to vanish. You pray for patience, and God sends someone to irritate you. You pray for humility, and He allows someone to insult you. You pray for love, and He sends someone difficult to love. Because growth does not happen through comfort. It happens through confrontation. Every offense carries a hidden blessing. It is God's way of showing you who you are when no one is watching. Anyone can be kind when treated kindly. Anyone can love when loved back. But maturity is when you can bless those who curse you, pray for those who hurt you, and smile when misunderstood. That is not weakness. That is spiritual strength. The one who can love through pain has found peace beyond emotion. There are people who will come into your life only to provoke you. Don't be angry at them. See them as divine instruments. They are sandpaper. They may rub you the wrong way, but they are shaping you. Without them, your character would remain rough. Without them, your patience would remain theory. Offense is the hammer God uses to shape humility. It is the fire that purifies the heart. Without offense, you would never know how deep your peace really is. When someone offends you, pause before you respond. Ask yourself, is this a trap or a test? Because the devil uses offense to trap you, but God uses it to train you. The same situation can either destroy you or develop you, depending on how you respond. The moment you react with anger, you fall into the trap. But the moment you respond with calmness, you pass the test. People will talk about you. They will misjudge you. They will provoke you. But remember, no one can control your peace unless you hand it over. The offense is theirs, but the reaction is yours. They can throw stones, but you decide whether to build walls or bridges. The mature heart builds bridges, not walls. It understands that peace is more valuable than pride. When offense comes, it is easy to justify anger. You say, they started it. They hurt me first. They disrespected me. But maturity does not ask, who started it? Maturity asks, what can I learn from it? Because every offense is a mirror. It shows you the condition of your heart. If you react with hate, you still have hate inside. If you respond with love, it means love has taken over. Sometimes, the people who offend you the most are the ones closest to you. Family, friends, colleagues. It hurts more because you expected better. But understand this, the closer they are, the deeper the lesson. The greater the pain, the greater the opportunity for growth. God allows offense in relationships, not to destroy them, but to purify them. True love is not proven by harmony, but by forgiveness. When someone wrongs you, you have two choices: to act from your pain or to act from your purpose. When you act from pain, you repeat the cycle. When you act from purpose, you break it. The mature heart always chooses purpose. It says, I will not let your behavior change my character. That is how you stay unbothered in a world full of offense. Do not pray for a life without offense. Pray for a heart that cannot be offended. Because as long as you live among people, offense will come. The world will not change to suit your peace. You must grow above the world, and growth means learning to respond with grace, even when you are wronged. The deeper your maturity, the fewer things can disturb your spirit. Many people live in constant reaction. They wake up angry, sleep offended, carry grudges for years. They are prisoners of what others said or did long ago. They think they are punishing others, but in truth, they are punishing themselves. Offense locks the heart. Forgiveness sets it free. Each time you let go of an offense, you rise a little higher. Each time you hold on to it, you sink deeper. Let me tell you something. Every offense is a doorway. You can either walk through it and find wisdom, or stand before it and find bitterness. Those who walk through find peace. Those who stay offended remain stuck in pain. Your reaction determines whether the offense becomes a stepping stone or a stumbling block. A spiritually mature person does not take offense personally. They understand that people act according to their level of understanding. Some are still blind, some still broken, some still lost. You cannot expect light from darkness. You cannot expect truth from confusion. So instead of reacting, you pray. You say, Lord, open their eyes, heal their hearts. Because you know the battle is not between you and them. It is between peace and pride. Each time you forgive quickly, you are telling God, I choose growth over emotion. And each time you hold on to anger, you are saying, I prefer pain to progress. That is why offense is such a powerful tool. It reveals what you truly value. Do you value being right, or do you value being free? The mature heart does not keep score, it keeps peace. It understands that not everyone deserves an explanation. Silence is sometimes the highest form of understanding. When you remain calm in the face of insult, heaven celebrates you, because that calmness is not natural. It is grace. It shows that the Spirit of God is truly ruling your emotions. Some of you keep saying, I will forgive, but I will never forget. That is not maturity. That is memory wrapped in pride. Forgiveness is not partial, it is total. You cannot move forward while holding on to yesterday. Maturity is the ability to look at the same person who hurt you and still wish them well. That is when you know offense has lost its grip. Every offense tests your values. It asks, do you truly love, or do you only love when loved? Do you have faith, or only when everything goes right? Do you trust God, or only when people treat you fairly? Life uses offense to measure your faith, because it is easy to talk about love until someone offends you. It is easy to preach forgiveness until someone betrays you. That is when theory becomes reality. You will never grow if you keep avoiding offense. You must learn to face it with wisdom. The next time someone offends you, instead of saying, why me? Say, thank you, Lord, for this lesson. Because each time you stay calm, heaven marks you present. Each time you react, heaven marks you absent. Growth is not measured by how much you know, but by how well you respond when tested. Some people have left churches, jobs, and families because of offense. They thought running away would bring peace, but offense follows them everywhere, because the problem is not outside, it is inside. Until you learn to master offense, you will meet it in every season through different phases and situations. It will keep appearing until you pass the test. Maturity does not mean you will never feel hurt. It means the hurt will no longer control you. You may feel it, but you will not act on it. You may cry, but you will not curse. You may be disappointed, but you will not lose peace. The pain may come, but the power to rise will come stronger. That is the difference between a child in faith and a man in spirit. When you take offense personally, you make yourself smaller than the situation. But when you respond with grace, you rise above it. Think of offense like smoke. If you chase it, it blinds you. If you stand still, it passes. The mature man does not chase smoke. He breathes peace and waits for the air to clear. If you want to live free, you must learn to see every offense as spiritual training. Each time someone provokes you, God is watching your heart, not their action. He already knows what they will do. The question is, how will you respond? The offense is their exam, the reaction is yours. Sometimes, the most painful offense comes from people you helped. They forget your kindness. They turn against you. They twist your intentions. But even then, remember, you are not responsible for their gratitude. You are responsible for your heart. Keep doing good. Keep loving, because your reward is not from them, it is from God. Do not allow offense to make you bitter. Let it make you better. Each insult should polish your patience. Each betrayal should deepen your wisdom. Each disappointment should strengthen your focus. You cannot stop people from being who they are, but you can choose who you become. Every offense gives you that choice. Even when people mock you for staying calm, stay calm. They may say you are weak, but heaven knows you are wise. The crowd laughs at the one who walks away, but God lifts the one who forgives. The true measure of strength is not in reaction, but in restraint. Anyone can shout. Only the strong can stay silent. You will never meet a peaceful man who is easily offended. Peace and offense cannot share the same house. One must leave for the other to stay. So when you feel offended, do not feed it with thought. Starve it with silence. The moment you stop thinking about it, it dies. The moment you replay it, it grows. Maturity is the discipline of starving offense until it loses power. When you understand this truth, your life becomes light. You stop expecting perfection from people. You stop taking words too seriously. You start walking in freedom. You smile more, forgive faster, and rest deeper. Because now you know every offense is not punishment, it is practice. Each one prepares you for the next level of peace. And when peace becomes your nature, no one can take it from you. You become untouchable in spirit, unstoppable in purpose, unshaken in storms. You realize that offense was never your enemy, it was your teacher in disguise. Every test, every insult, every misunderstanding, all were shaping you into the person you were meant to be.